Hi everyone! Today we will learn about heat and temperature. Make tea first. I love to add creamer and chia seed to my tea. Chia have many benefits. Chia contains lots of fiber, protein, and omega-3, so it can reduce the risk of heart disease. And also it's good to maintain our bone health because it contains calcium. Wow, it's hot. Now it's not too hot anymore. By the way, where was the heat go? Why it's turned too cold? What's heat? Heat is actually a form of energy. As atoms and molecules inside an object move, they create heat energy. The faster they move, the object will getting hotter. So, what about cold objects like ice cream or snow? Do they have heat energy? Yes, most objects have some heat energy. Cold objects just have less heat energy than warmer objects, meaning their atoms and molecules are moving more slowly. Where does heat come from? Anything that produces heat is a source of heat. Heat energy can be used for many things. The most important source of heat for all living things on Earth is the sun. Sun makes it possible for all plants to grow, used by plants to make food for themselves. Heat energy from the sun is needed to dry our clothes. A fire is a source of heat energy. If you go camping, a fire will keep us warm in a cold night. A fire used to cook and warm up our food. Friction is a source of heat energy. If we rub over time our palm, it will feel hot. Electricity is a source of heat energy. Heat energy can be produced by electrical appliances such as iron, electric stoves, toaster, water heater. Heat from water heater making us to take a shower with hot water. How does heat travel? Heat travel when objects have different temperature, and it always moves in the same direction from hot to cold. For example, if you touch a hot stove, you feel the heat moving into your body. So it means the heat travels from stove to your hands. There are three different ways that heat can move: conduction, convection, and radiation. Conductions occur when two objects of different temperature are placed in direct contact with each other. When this happens, heat energy moves out of the warmer object and into the cooler object. This occurs until both objects are at the same temperature. Example, If you try to pick up a metal spoon which has been left in a cup of hot soup, it can be so hot that it burns your finger. This is because heat is transferred from the metal spoon to your fingers. Another example of conduction is an ice cube melts. If you hold it in your hands, this is because the heat from your hands is moving into cooler ice cube, causing it melt. These are examples of conduction. Convection occurs when heat is transferred through a gas or liquid as the hotter material moves to a cooler area. Convection is also the reason that water moves around so much as it's boiling. As the water at the bottom of the pot becomes hot, it rises to the top. When cooler, water moving down to replace it. This causes the circular motion that leads to boiling. These are some examples of convection process. Have you ever seen the steam rising up from a hot drink? This is convection too. Radiation is when heat travels through the air in invisible waves. For example, heat from the sun travels to Earth. Warmth that you feel when your hands around a fire is another example of radiation. What happens when an object gains or loses heat? When the heat in an object increases, it can expand or get bigger. Generally, liquids expand more easily than solids. Gases expand the most easily. When the heat decreases or becomes colder, the object can contract or get smaller. Thermometer work because the mercury in the thermometer expands when it is hot and contract when it is cold. Heat energy causes melting, freezing, evaporation, and condensation. What's the difference between heat and temperature? Heat is a form of energy which flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. The temperature is how hot and cold something is. Our body can feel the difference between something which is hot and something which is cold. To measure temperature more accurately, a thermometer can be used. Thermometer uses a temperature scale to record how cold and hot something is. The scale used in most of the world is in degrees Celsius. In the USA and some other countries, degrees Fahrenheit are more often used, while scientists mostly use Kelvins. These are the differences between heat and temperature.